Hey guys, today I wanted to talk about something that I felt was overlooked today by many people, that being physical media in general. So, I'll just start with the story. There's been a huge cold front these past couple of days, and today was so cold that most people's work and school either got moved from work from home or school from home or just canceled outright. Me and my whole family, all of our stuff got canceled, so we're, spending time in the house trying to chill. I'm downstairs trying to watch a movie. I wanted to go see the new 28 Days Later movie, The Bone Temple, in theaters, and I wanted to catch up before then. They got all the movies on different streaming. I think the first and third one's on Netflix, the second's on Hulu, but that's besides the point. I'm watching the first one on Netflix, right? I have about 45 minutes left, and out of nowhere, my internet just completely goes down on me. Nothing's working. We're not able to do anything. So what do? We bring out a physical disc. My brother Nick gets All-Star Superman. It's one of those animated DC movies. Upstairs on Blu-ray, I actually got it for him for Christmas. I pull out Tron. That's like one of my favorite movies ever. And we are watching movies all day. Now, if we didn't have these discs, what we have done, we would have found something to do. There's books in the house. There's games in the house. We could talk to each other. That's not much of the concern. The concern is a lot of people, specifically with movies, don't have that option. I talk to my friends nowadays, and I feel like nobody is owning media nowadays besides, I'd say, vinyl records, which I have my own collection of too. But I feel the difference with vinyl records is that there's some kind of hype and collectability behind them that I don't see with movies or CDs or books or whatever it may be. I feel like it's really just about the collectability and rarity of some of these records to hang on your shelf instead of actually play and listen, which I find tragic. Now, I don't want to blame anybody for using streaming. That's a perfectly normal and acceptable way to use content, and at this point, it's the most used way. So it's totally valid to do that. I just feel that there are issues, that arise in this scenario or others that streaming isn't the only option. For example, at the end of the day, this is just a license to use something. Discs are the same way. It's always been that way. The company gives you the license to view this in your own private screening, and technically, they still own it and they could take it away from you theoretically. However, obviously, that doesn't happen. No one can come into your house and just take your DVDs back, right? And, if something gets censored or changed over the years, it's still going to be the same on your disc. In Willy Wonka, the original, I know they changed, calling the kid fat, which if you buy an old disc, it's not going to be the same. That goes for any change that happens on the disc. On streaming though, or even buying it digitally, that doesn't happen. They just change it without warning you. So it's like, you'll go in one day and watch it one way. You'll watch it 3 months later and it's just different. It feels dystopian. It's That's really scares me, that our art and media can just be controlled by tech at the click of a button. And I feel like that's an issue that, gets highlighted today by the Wi-Fi story even. I know it's not the same, but, it's inaccessible unless we're accessing our high-speed internet at all times, where a disc, you just pop it in and play it. There's no setup required. There's no reoccurring payments. It's just there for you. This gets even scarier to me in the gaming realm because, maybe you might watch streaming on Netflix, or you might buy a movie here and there for 5, 10 bucks on Apple TV or Google or Vudu or whatever. But when you're on gaming stuff, you either use PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, Nintendo, whatever it may be. These new games cost 70 bucks nowadays. And over time, you keep your account for years, of course. You're not going to make a new one. You amass hundreds and hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars of games, DLC, progress, and whatever. That's even scarier that they can just take that away from you. If my PlayStation account got banned right now, I've been using that since the PS3 days. I have whole console libraries worth of games on there, and I barely even shop digitally. It's just stuff that happens over the years, and there's been tons of games that come with codes for separate games in them. I remember when I bought South Park, the second one on PS4, it came with a free code for the first one. And there's tons of examples like that. Of course, once in a while I buy digital if the deal's there. But the point is, I'll lose everything. And that terrifies me. That shouldn't be a norm. I like having my disc because, even if my account gets banned, I can still pop in my copy of Resident Evil 3 for the PS5, which that's a whole separate point. But I can still pop that in and play it. Now, I'm not trying to spread doom and gloom and say that this is going to happen to all of us and that we're going to lose everything we own because of big tech. That doesn't happen for most people, where you don't really have to worry about that as much, but it should still be a concern. I think almost every big tech company has some legal headline or has had some legal headline over the years about taking something away from their customers for different reasons. I know Amazon, PlayStation, Xbox, Apple, whatever it may be, has had issues with censorship and taking away legally paid for items on there. And like I said, this isn't a super common thing, but it is something that makes you think. You know, it's all about balance. Like I said, I still buy some stuff digitally. I use Steam. Obviously, that's only digital. Like right now, I'm on Terraria. I paid for this in 2016 for $10. I still have it. But the point is just to make you aware about the balance. Like instead of buying something digital, maybe you'll check out a thrift shop, look at the DVD section. They're $1, $2, $3, whatever it may be. You know, find an old favorite that you forgot about, or find your next favorite movie. Go to a retail store and take a look at their small DVD section. They got some new releases. Find something that you liked. Find something that isn't on streaming, or find something that is on streaming, because then when it gets taken off, it'll be yours. You own it, and there's nothing anybody can do with that. Anyways, that's all I have to say right now about physical media. I hope you guys found this, entertaining or engaging, and hopefully it makes you want to get physical media. But that's it. I'll see you guys soon.